Hello everybody and welcome to my 100 subscriber Ask Me Anything special. I just wanted to take some time to thank you all for subscribing and for watching and showing your support. I really appreciate it, and hopefully answering some of your questions is a good way to show you how much I appreciate you guys subscribing and watching my content. So we are here in Gwent Tower and we're about to get started with a little bit of an interview.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Elainey, and I am currently here at Gwent Tower Studios with a very special guest. Now, this guest has just made a very enviable accomplishment. So now I will present to you Gwent Gamer. Hi, Gwent. How are you today?
Hi, Elainey. I'm great. Thank you very much. It's good to be here, and I just wanted to thank you for inviting me on your show.
So, Gwent, before the show today, we rounded up some questions from our audience members for you to answer, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, I'd love to. Can't wait.
First up, from one of our members called Poison, lovely lady. So her first question was, what is your favorite build?
Well, I think that's kind of obvious with where we're sat. So far on the Cyclopean Craft server, at least, my favourite build has got to be Gwent Tower. I absolutely love it, and it's a great atmosphere. Even being sat in the studio up here with you, Elainey, yeah, there's nothing not to like. So I think this is my favourite build so far this season.
It is definitely a beautiful build. So carrying on from favourite build theme, what is your dream build?
Oh well, that's a tricky question, actually. I've never really thought about what my dream build would be, because I tend to just build everything on the fly. So if, for example, with my redstone builds, I won't build something unless I have a need for it. So I need a base, but I don't need a particular type of base. It's just got to suit, I guess, the surroundings. Having said that, I'm really disappointed that Gwentland got corrupted and I couldn't do my mansion that I'd spent ages planning. So I think at some point in the future I'm going to have to resurrect that, and so I'm going to say that is my dream build to complete that mansion that I started in my other series.
So this is the last for the build questions from Poison.
Okay.
What is your favourite redstone build?
Oh, my favourite redstone build. Now this is kind of an old one, so don't judge me, Elainey. But I don't know if you recall the old zipper elevators. Do you remember those? So before slime blocks and before the water elevators, you used to have stairs that you'd put on pistons, and they would contract together and push your character up a block, and they would basically merge together like a zip. And basically by pushing you in all different directions, eventually you would go up or you would go down. But they were really intricate, and one of the first things I learned to build with redstone, I can't remember whose tutorial I watched, but we're talking 8-9 years ago now. But do you know what? I love them. If they still work, it'd be an idea to build one in Gwent Tower.
So the next question I have for you, Gwent, is have you ever built a barn before? And if not, would you?
Another good question, Elainey. I have built a barn before, actually. You may recall when the clay blocks became coloured, and we could have different coloured clay blocks, and now they're called terracotta, but back then it was clay. And they lent themselves really well to the sort of barn style build. I remember distinctly the clay reds and oranges and browns. They really sort of lent themselves that way. Also, B-Dubs created a really good barn in his Building with BWO series. I don't know if you watched that, but he built this farm which had the centerpiece was this massive barn, and it inspired me to build my own. But I haven't built a barn since, because it's just never come up. But maybe in the future. I know that Poison, who asked this question, is building her own barn, which we recently went to see in my live stream. and so I'm guessing that's why she's asked that question. And I think her barn is looking really good. But no plans for me to build a barn in the future. But I have built one in the past.
Moving swiftly on to our other questions. How long have you been playing Minecraft for, Gwent?
Oh, it's gonna make me feel old. Um, Longer than my eldest daughter's been alive. I've been playing Minecraft
Oh,
since it came to Xbox. Not right away. I think it was an update or two along. But I would say if not late 2011, then early 2012. But I'm not sure on exact dates. I just know that it was very early on because the demo had only recently come up on Xbox, but I don't have an exact date.
oh wow. So you are certainly a veteran player then.
Oh, I loved it. I took to it like a duck to water, and yeah, I just ran with it. I loved it, and as soon as I got a taste for it, I went over to Java Edition and started playing over there. Um, and now I'm back here on Bedrock Edition.
So what made you want to give this blocky game a chance?
It was the demo initially because it was just completely new to me. Before Minecraft, I used to play games like Halo. I used to be able to beat every single person I've played at Halo. I've been able to just annihilate, and I can't now. But back then, I used to be just incredibly good on Halo. I used to play it with when I was about 6 or 7 years old. I was friends with people who were about 4 or 5 years older than me because they just lived on my street, so it was easy, and they were really into playing video games. And I used to play Halo constantly, which made me really good because I was playing against people who were much better than me. So then when I played against people my own age, it was just easy. But then
Yeah.
switching from that to Minecraft, it was just like just so different. It's like completely different. And I don't know about you, Elaine. It might be different from a girl's perspective, but I always like playing with magnetics and making like
Ooh.
lots of different things. And I think Minecraft, like Lego, it sort of it builds on that, if you pardon the pun. Um, and just yeah, that plus the monsters, plus the sort of electricity slash magic behind Minecraft. Yeah, I just loved
Hmm.
it all, and I just loved walking around that demo world where the devs had built like there was lots of different Easter eggs. Like you could pillar up to the Minecraft sign they'd created, and there was a piston door that opened up, and there was an Easter egg inside, and you got to explore the village, and I just loved it.
Do you one day wish to become a hermit?
It's a good question. I feel like it's a controversial one as well. It's probably going to be a controversial answer. No. Um, don't get me wrong. If I was asked to right now, I would be stupid to say no, and so I wouldn't. But no, there's no dream because in my head it's never going to happen for a start. Um, but I want to be. I don't want to be a hermit. I want to be a cyclopean or the next big server. I don't want to be. I don't want to tag along in someone else's success. I want to make my own success, and I want to make my own things be. Um, it maybe in 5 years' time, people will say to new YouTubers, "Do you want to be like Gwent, or do you want to play on Gwent server?" I would love that. So for me, no, I don't really want to tag along and jump in on something that's already exists. I want to create my own thing that people want to be a part of.
And the final question from Poison. What was your favorite Hermitcraft minigame?
This one's actually a really tough one because there's a lot of really good mini games. Like I love Pong. I think Cub Fan
Oh,
created that.
yes.
Yeah. It's a really good game, and I really like what was it? I think Impulse's game where you've got to shoot the armor stands is really interesting as well. It looks quite difficult, but the one that I love and um, is Standoff. I think it's called Standoff
Oh, yes.
that Zumavoid made. Amazing,
Mhm.
such a good concept for a game. I just love the sort of the thought process. Like there's strategy involved.
Yes, most definitely it is a brilliant game. It's one of my favorites as well. So Makes me quite happy that me and you agree, Gwen.
Great minds think alike.
Pokemon Master coming at you with 3 questions of his own.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is, what is your mega build going to be if you are going to do one?
Good question. Unfortunately, it's not as good of an answer. I don't really plan on doing one. I suppose this tower was probably my mega build so far. For me, I'm more about building out of necessity and sort of off the cuff. I don't plan too many things out. Um, so yeah, I was planning on building quite a complex sort of like hotel, sort of beach resort area where my base currently is. But I changed my mind on it because I just didn't want to do it in the end. But who knows? Later in the series, things may change. But for right now, I don't actually have a plan for a mega build. What I do want to do though, so I get the concept of mega builds. I think they're great. They're inspiring, and they're just wicked to look at. I actually just want to make my base look as good as it can, no matter what size it is. So I want to get really like go to town on the details of it. I want to make it quite intricate, and I want to get the redstone there like looking good and working good. Um, so basically, my mega build is going to be making my base 100% amazing. So that's where I want to go with it. Whether I get there or not, Elainey, is another story though. but but that's what I want to achieve. I want to have everything just work exactly the way I want it to. I want to make no compromises on my base, but not mega build, not really. Not this season, I don't think.
Well, that sounds like a fine goal to me. Mega bases and beautiful palaces and spaceships aren't always the be all and end all of building on Minecraft. So, our next question from Pokemon Dark Master, are you planning on doing any more farms?
This is an interesting question, and I'm struggling to answer it because so the short answer is yes. I do plan on building more farms. I've got lots of plans. I'm going to be releasing tutorials on the farms I'm going to be creating. But it's all a matter of timing, and I don't want to give anything away. But there's going to be one farm that's quite intricate, which I'm still working on designs for. Um, yeah, there's going to be lots of different farms. They're going to be over in the industrial area where me and Elainey have built our iron farm, but also they're going to be closer to home and around my base. Um, but it will come later on. I just don't want to give anything away. But yes, definitely more farms to come.
And finally, from Pokemon Dark Master, so he is going to be building a city in the end, and he wants to know, will you become a citizen?
Well, of course, as long as I get an invite. Maybe don't go to town on the invites like Grian did. Um, but if this is your invite, Pokemon, then yes, I will definitely come and build in the end. It'll be a challenge. And do you know what? I'm actually thinking now it would maybe I could do some sort of moon base, or maybe like what they're planning on doing in Mars with the Mars colonies. Maybe something like that would be really cool. Hmm.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it, but yeah, I'll definitely do it. I'm in.
So our next question is from Astro, and he only has one question for you today. What he really seems to want to know, and this is very important, but how tall are you exactly, Gwent?
um, okay, so this is sort of an inside joke. A little while ago, when me and Elainey were building the iron farms, Astro asked how tall I was, and I said because he described me, he thought I'd be tall and slender, and I think that was about the description. So I thought I played on that a little bit, and I think I said I was 6'4" or 6'5", and I'm not. Unfortunately, Astro, I am 5'5". So take a foot off.
Wait, I thought you were 5'9".
Nope, 5'5".
So me and you are pretty much the same height.
Yeah, I'm basically the right height for the average American woman.
So our next question is from Joel. If you could invite any Minecrafter or YouTuber to Cyclopean Craft, who would it be and why?
Okay, so I'll answer this in two parts. I think I'll break it down to Minecraft player and YouTuber, if that's okay with you, Elainey.
Of
I
course, go
would.
right ahead, Gwent.
There's a load of Minecraft players I would invite to Cyclopean Craft. My family members, for a start. I've got a daughter who would absolutely love to be in on this. However, this is an over 18 server, so if you're watching this, then no. The answer is still no. You're not coming on. and But actually, Joel asked this question, I believe, didn't he? Was it Joel?
Yes, it was Joel.
Joel, yeah. Joel, the answer is you. I would love to play Cyclopean Craft with you, and I would love for you to become a member. He's a bit nervous about coming on. He's fairly new to Minecraft, and so he doesn't think that he'd be able to add anything. But I've seen his builds, and I know that Joel, if you're watching, I know that you can add something, and I would like you very much to come and join Cyclopean Craft. I think it'd be great to play with you, and it'd be great to have you on the server. And from a YouTuber point of view, Elaine, you'll probably already know the answer to this because I've said it a million times to you. There are there are two YouTubers. Well, one's not a YouTuber anymore, actually. Unfortunately, that they stream on Twitch now. But I would need them together. So they are Generic B and BOO, and together they make the B team. And do you know what? They are individually amazing. Together, a whole other planet. So I would need them both here together. I want them to sing the B team song, and I would just love to build with them. I would be completely cheesing out. I'd be fanboying. I'd be like, guys, I just need you to pose for loads of screenshots with me, and I want invites to both of your birthday parties, and I would just, yeah, I'd just fanboy out over them. So yeah, I think that's who I'd invite to Cyclopean Craft.
Well, that is lovely to hear, and it would certainly be lovely if Joel could join us one day. So, Gwent, our next question is from Najmul, and he has a little message for you to begin with before we get into his questions. So, he would like to say, first, let me congratulate you for 100 subs, and he hopes it's 100k soon.
Oh, that's absolutely lovely. Thank you very much for that, Najmal. Elaine, I just wanted to say something actually. Najmal was the contributor to the roof of the windmill, and he's one of my more active Facebook followers. If you guys want to head on over to Facebook and follow my page, there'll be a link down in the description for you to do that. But I would really encourage you to, because I want us to be a community and I want you guys to engage in Cyclopean Craft and help me build things. So Najmal helped me build the roof for the windmill. He also submitted a tree to LZ Geek to come on the server as well. But Elaine, I think you beat him with the tree design.
I did.
You did. But he's one of my more active supporters, and I really appreciate that comment. Thank you very much, Najmal.
So let's get on to his questions now. So his first question is, who are you, Gwent? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so before I get into this, actually, I just want to say I have actually been a victim of harassment, and I've been stalked before. So only online and through social media. I'm not going to give you all of the details on my name, my location, all of that jazz. I'll keep it very general, but I'll give you all of the information that I can give you, and I hope everyone's okay with that. And I'm sure you can understand why I wouldn't want to give you all of my details, because although 99% of you are probably lovely, there's always 1% who a little bit weird. I'll just say it like that. So my name is Dan, and I work in the finance industry, and I have a family. I've got a wife. I've got 3 children. I've got 2 daughters and 1 son. They're all very young. My oldest daughter has just started juniors, and my youngest daughter is 1 years old. She turned 1 years old the other week. Um, what else is there to know about me, really? I like playing, well, I play rugby. I play outside half for anyone who knows what that is. If you don't know what rugby is or don't know what an outside half is, I'm the person who kicks the ball over the posts and I'm the person who kicks the ball to start the game. And it's my job to um, tell the rest of the players what they're doing, basically. I also like playing chess. I'm a bit of a geek. I actually learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube not long ago, which is like my biggest achievement until I hit 100 subscribers. um, such a geek, but I'm so happy about that. And I've got my solve time down to like 1 minute 30 consistently, which
Well done.
a bit geeky, but that's just me. I'm a little bit geeky. Um, what else is there to know? There's nothing else really that I can say. Oh, I've got a dog called Archie. He's a miniature Dachshund, um, and we love him very, very much. Yeah, I think that's it for me. As far as like putting my face on, well, basically going on camera and showing you guys my face and who I am. I do plan on doing that. I plan on being a little bit more open with you guys, but I just need to get a good webcam, basically. So I'm not holding out on you. Just wait until I get the right equipment.
Well, I do think they will be looking forward to your face reveal, Gwent. And thank you very much for sharing that information with us. We do appreciate it. What do you think about non-YouTubers on Cyclopean Craft, as there are quite a lot of members on the server who do not YouTube or stream or any such thing? So what do you think about them, and do you think they should start their own channels?
It's a difficult question to answer, really. The first part isn't difficult at all. What do I think about them? I think they're all absolutely lovely people. They're very supportive. They've really helped me in this journey. Um, Even like for example, Modest. On camera, it looks like I've got beef with Modest because he pranked me a lot, but actually, that's great entertainment, and it really helped with the channel. Everyone's very supportive. They're all lovely people. Elainey's a lovely person. Hank is an absolute dear, although he's always banning me and kicking me out of the server. Um, um, but yeah, they're all absolutely wonderful people. My only sort of the only thing I'm disappointed with actually for the people on the server is that I haven't been able to include all of them in my videos because there are some who keep themselves to themselves. Like Rainbow Kill, I think I've probably caught her on camera once or twice, um, and haven't really had much of a conversation with. Um, Going forward, that's something I would like to do. I'd like to get everybody, anyone who's got a microphone, to come on a video with me and just interact so that you guys can see who they are. Um, the second part of that question, though, do I think they should become YouTubers or streamers? It completely depends on whether that's something that they want. If they did want it, though, I would actively encourage it. I would give them all of the help I can. I tell them what software they can use, how to get it, how to set their systems up right, um, how to work YouTube, how to get the best results, how to what to do to grow your channel. I'd let them know everything, every little tip that I've learned along the way. I would pass 100% of them over. For me, it's not about holding on to knowledge. It's really important that we share our knowledge of the things that we learn. And so I make sure that whenever I've learned something new, if there's someone I can help with it, I will. Sometimes though it's a bit of a curse because I tend to put my foot in my mouth or say things I probably shouldn't or go too far with certain things. But I just believe that if I know something and I think it'll help someone, I'll let them know. That could be criticism or that could be something constructive. Either way, I'll let you know about it. Um, and so if anyone did want to do that, then I would 100% support them. From my point of view, if we've got more, I'm not sure how you feel about it, Elainey, but if there are more people on the server who produce YouTube content, from my point of view, that can only relate to more viewers, more people becoming engaged in Cyclopean Craft, and hopefully more people coming to watch me as well. So that's how I feel that if they want to, then I would encourage it. If they don't want to, that's fine, because YouTube's a very difficult thing actually, and you need to have a certain temperament to actually be successful. And I know I'm only on 100 subscribers, so um, who am I to talk almost? But I feel like even 100 subscribers, I feel like I'm successful now already, and I really enjoy what I'm doing. Other people may look and think, oh, I've only got the only person that's viewed this video is me. I'm the only person who left a like on it, and I've only got 10 minutes of watch time. Um, and if you drill into those little details, it becomes too much. So, and there are some people who can deal with that, and some people who can't. So what I would say is, if there are any Cyclopeans, just to summarize, because I've just babbled on a little bit, if there are any Cyclopeans who want to start a YouTube channel and need any help, I would be more than happy to help them, and I would like them to, but I wouldn't push anybody to do it because it's a difficult mistress, and it's quite difficult to overcome some of the problems that YouTube can throw at you.
I do wholeheartedly agree with your statement there, Gwent. It certainly would be nice if they could join us, but only if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think you've probably summarized it better than me, actually. It would be nice if they could join us, only if they want to.
So our second last audience member is a gentleman called LZ Geek, and he's got a few questions for you, Gwent.
Okay.
The first one being, what do you think is the best prank of the season thus far? And no, you cannot say your own.
No, I'll probably say a prank that's been done on me. And since it was LZ that asked this question, actually, I'm going to say it was Modest's bamboo prank. Because the only person he actually pranked, well, I did have to chop down a lot of bamboo, but LZ got stuck in it, which I just thought was hilarious. So that was probably my favorite prank of the season. I hated the bells, hated them, and I still, every time I go through my portal, the bell is like there's some sort of weird glitch that happens where the sound of the bell has linked up with the portal somehow, and it's disgusting, and I hate it. So my favorite was definitely the bamboo.
I'm very sure Modest will be happy to hear that. What's the best build generally, but also specifically, what's the best shop?
Okay, so I'll start with the best shop because I think that's a fairly easy one. So the best shop I think is our shop, Elainey. I think our anvil looks incredible.
Oh, it does.
And it sells out. if we if we are talking from a profit point of view, I actually think that PK's shop has probably earned him a lot more diamonds than anybody else.
Oh, definitely.
LZ's shop as well is really good looking. I'd say PK's doesn't look as good, but it definitely sells. LZ's looks really good. I'm not sure how much he sells, but it definitely looks great. But I think our shop's got the best of both worlds. I think it sells out every time we restock it, and it looks great.
Well, I am very happy you said that, Gwen, because I do agree with you. It is a beautiful build, and I definitely think it is top notch.
If we do say so ourselves. And best build, it's going to be a bit vain, but not really because it's not about me. I really like Saviour Square.
Yes.
I just love the way it sort of brings the shopping district together. Um, my only wish about that is that I built it in a place that was more central. But I love it. It's such it does catch your eye, and it's because I did the scenery in such a way that you can't really build shops close to it. There's quite a big surround. It's always going to catch your eye, and it was just stone, which can be challenging sometimes. And I just think it looks really good and it's eye catching, and it's one of mine, so I'm going to favour it over someone else's. But yeah, as far as the shopping district is concerned, that is the best build. If we're talking about bases, I'd say your base, Elainey, is amazing. Absolutely incredible.
So, LZ's next question is, are you planning on making a mini game, and would you care to maybe give us some hints?
Ooh, I am planning on making a mini game, but I haven't. So this is at concept stage right now. So I've come up with the idea. I haven't tried it out at all. So I have no idea about how practical it's going to be, whether it's going to work. Um, and also, it kind of relies on other people's knowledge of the game, which can be difficult. So you may remember earlier I said that I really like playing chess. Um,
Yes.
I do really like playing chess, and Zuma Void gave me the great idea that Standoff is a fantastic game where you can move armor stands around. I thought, well,
Oh my god.
what if we have a game of chess with armor stands? So that's the plan. I'm not sure in theory how it would work because chess is a complicated game, and moving those armor stands around in the ways that they're supposed to be moved, and also different. Oh, I can't say that word. Telling the difference between each armor stand is going to be difficult. I'd have to dress them up differently for like knights and for pawns and things. So, but that is definitely something that I want to do.
Well, I've got to say that does sound amazing. I do think it'll be quite challenging, but I think with some time and patience, you could pull it off.
Yeah, maybe I could do like a kiddie version, not a kiddie version. Maybe I could do like a checkers version, so it's a little bit easier to understand what's going on. But I just love the idea of being able to play chess in Minecraft. I just think that's amazing.
So, our last question from LZ, and I must say I am very interested to know the answer myself. So, for those of you that don't know, there is a Soul Reaper on the server, and that Soul Reaper is me. And I've already managed to collect a few souls. However, as Gwent will know, I am very interested in his soul, mainly because he is so resistant in letting me have it. And LZ has asked, in theory, what would it take for you to give me your soul?
Uh, well, Elaine, it's very simple actually, and you already have it. So, in theory, it would be really simple for you to have my soul if you wanted it. All you would need to do, and I've told you this before, is give me your entire base. Everything in it, the whole base, you don't even get a room.
I don't even get a room in my own base that I have given to you.
Yeah, you can be the grounds lady, and look after the grounds if you want. But I would need your whole base.
That's not gonna happen.
Well, it was worth a try. I love your base so much, um, but I love my soul just as much. So yeah, that's what it would take.
Before you leave us, Gwent, I would just like to ask you a couple of questions myself, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, that would be lovely.
So, you said yourself you have been playing Minecraft for a long time, so I'm sure you have many good memories. But I would like to know, what is your favorite Minecraft memory?
Okay, I've got I've got one that's quite cheesy, and that is the first time me and my daughter played Minecraft together. It was lovely because she'd been watching me play for ages, and um, she really wanted to play with me. She couldn't because of the buttons, but the first time where she could actually play and she knew what she was doing, and she made a redstone machine the first time she
Oh,
played well
wow,
with me
impressive.
because she'd been watching. I think it was Green, and it wasn't really a machine. It was she'd figured out how to make minecarts go and things. So, but she did a really good job. So that's like my cheesy memory. But my all-time favorite memory is uh, when I used to play on the Xbox. So we're talking 2012. Yeah, probably 2012. Me, my wife, my brother-in-law, and my friend. Uh, we decided to make a street in Minecraft, and me and my friend were building houses, and we out of nowhere it turned into, you know what blokes are like, where they always want to challenge each other. Well, it turned into a challenge: who could build the biggest house? Of course, it's about size with us men. Um, so we're there for hours and hours building houses, floor after floor, just going up and up and up. And every time we think we finished, we'd look over to the house next to us and we'd realise it's a bit bigger. So we'd have to go and make our. I'd have to go and make my house bigger, then he'd have to go and make his house bigger. My wife was trying to keep up, couldn't keep up, but she was just making her house really pretty. And my brother-in-law had the ugliest, smallest, crappiest house you get, all cobblestone. All he had was cobblestone and windows. It just really wasn't understanding the concept of building a nice house in Minecraft. Um, his username would be like noob1234 or something like that. Uh, but it was back in the days where, Lainey, I'm not sure when you started playing. Did you start playing before you had to save and quit, where you could just press quit without saving?
Not actually entirely sure, it was that long ago.
Okay, so back in the days, there was an autosave feature which would happen once every half hour or every hour. Um, but you can actually quit without saving if you wanted to. And we had spent all night. I'm literally, honestly, now it was 5:30 in the morning. We'd been up playing all night, making our houses as big as we could and as nice as we could, but we made them all out of wood. And I thought it'd be a great idea to burn down the opposition. Uh,
Oh,
so I got flint and steel, and I was only joking. Uh, I was I lit one block, but oh my gosh, did that house go up like a Christmas tree? It just went.
yes, the
We couldn't stop it, and then he lit mine on fire, obviously, because you would. And I thought, then we both sort of looked at each other and we were like, well, we're gonna have to go. Like my wife's on fire now, so we lit hers on fire. And so three of us were absolutely like heartbroken because we'd spent probably about 8 hours building these houses. And back in the day when uh, we uh, we had to use a duplication glitch because creative mode wasn't a thing. But we wanted to build in creative. Um, so that was a struggle, and we had just spent so long building it, and we had no knowledge of how to make nice builds. So this was like the first nice builds we'd actually done, and we just burnt them to the ground. Um, and we were like, oh, what can we do to my brother-in-law, because he's just got this crappy little cobble house and with some windows. So every time he'd put a window in, we'd just smash it. And so that was the way that we got at him. And it got to about 6 o'clock, and uh, I'd remembered that the game had auto saved, so we could just quit, and we'll get all our houses back. And literally, I had just said it, and the autosave icon came up in the corner.
no.
And so we did definitely lose everything, but we all just looked at each other in just despair. Like it was just, yeah, just like pits in the bottom of your stomach, like just hatred towards one another for burning down each other's builds that took us ages to do, and then we just lost it all. And it was like a roller coaster. But I'm sure you can tell by how um, engaged I was with telling you that story, how much it means to me, because it was just like my first proper memory of Minecraft, um, with us all playing, all of my family playing together, which it was really special. But oh, it was hilarious. But we used to do that. We used to play through the night all the time. But I remember that because it was just so funny, and it was, what was even funnier was, the three of us had just lost these huge houses that took us ages to make. But the person who got most mad was my brother-in-law. He chucked the joypad on the floor and stormed out because we kept smashing his windows. And he only had like a ground story building. So there wasn't even very many windows. But he was placing them in, and we were just smashing them straight away. But he chucked the joypad and walked out. So we were, but yeah, it was great fun. Best memory of Minecraft, definitely.
I do think that is a pretty good memory to have, and it certainly does sound like it was a lot of fun.
It was gut wrenching, but so much fun.
However, I would just like to have a quick little announcement to our viewers: don't burn down people's houses.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm laughing about it now, but I promise you, at the time, I wasn't laughing, and I did feel honestly terrible for burning down my friend's house. Um, but with the memory I made, would I do it again? Probably. To be honest. Um, but I probably would have remembered that autosave wasn't a thing. And anyway, yeah. So don't burn down your friends' houses, definitely. But it was fun.
On to our final question of the night, and I'm just going to try my luck one more time for the evening, but Can I have your soul, pretty please?
Yeah, sure. Go on, you can have it. No, I'm joking. Of course you can't have it. Definitely not. You can win it off me, and if you don't win, you're not having it. It'll be next season. You can try again.
You had me going there for a second, and I was thinking, wait, it was really that easy all along?
Yeah, you should have just asked me nice. No, I couldn't. Couldn't get rid of it.
Well, I will get it off you someday, Gwent. May not be now, may not be tomorrow, but someday I will possess your soul. And thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure to have you, and it was a pleasure to have you here too with us, Gwent. Thank you so much for letting me interview, and I hope to see you here again soon with the next achievement in line.
Oh, thank you very much for hosting me tonight, Elainey. I really appreciate it. You've been a marvelous host. Although you've got a glass of water on your desk, and I haven't got any water on mine. So yeah, it could have been better, but actually, thank you very much, and it's lovely playing with you. Yeah, I just really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to do this with me. Also, guys, on that note, again, I just want to say just thank you so much. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. I did not think I'd be getting to 100 subscribers before Christmas. That's the honest truth. I didn't. Minecraft is such a populated genre on YouTube. It really is overcrowded with content creators. But I just really appreciate the support you guys have given me. My next goal is going to be 200 subscribers by Christmas. Because why not double it? Why not? We can get there, I'm sure. But yeah, again, I just want to say thank you to Elainey for doing this for me tonight, and also thank you very much for all of my subscribers, all of my viewers, all of my followers. Just thank you very much. There is just one thing I would like to ask you guys though. If there is something that you would like me to do, whether it's to add to the Cyclopean Craft server, or if it's to improve the quality of my videos, or if it's to start advertising or using a different social media platform, or anything at all. If there's anything that you think I could do to make my content more entertaining or more engaging for you, I really want to hear about it. And I really need you guys to give me all of the feedback you can so I can make my channel as good for you as I possibly can. Whether that's making my video quality better, whether that's making my audio quality better, making shorter videos, longer videos, having regular uploads. You tell me, what do you want? I will try my best to do it for you. But that is going to be it from me. Thank you very, very much for watching this 100 subscriber special. Thanks again, Elainey. Have a good day. Goodbye.